we seem to have developed a habit of sleeping through air raid warnings. I wonder why that is, and I think the reason is that my father, who worked in the shipyard, had to work long hours. Sometimes they would work for 48-hour shifts, and you can imagine how tired he would be in. So when he came home, he was not alert to the sirens as they went off. Well, this night we woke up and we realized that we were in the middle of an air raid. And so we quickly got up and we made our way to the back door. Now, outside the back door of our house was our air raid shelter. And the air raid shelter was built out of brick and it had a concrete roof to it. It was probably about 20 feet from our house. Well, we got to the back door and we opened the back door, and all of a sudden we heard this tremendous scream. It was really scary. And we realized that it was a bomb coming down, and it was very, very close. My mother, she said, "Quick, under the table." And I said, "I can't. I've got my head in the coal bucket." And she said, "Well, for goodness sake, keep it there." Well, the bomb came down and it didn't go off. It was a dud. And we were so thankful for the fact that it had not gone off, because it was very, very close to our house. Another time we were in the air raid shelter and there was an air raid going on. And often when you look at pictures of airplanes during the war, you'll see that they let go their bombs, and their bombs fall in clusters, and we used to call that a stick. And when the bombs hit the ground, they would hit the ground at intervals. Well, this night we were not in an air raid shelter as I recall. I think we were underneath the stairs. I can't really remember properly. But what I do remember is hearing the bombs. Boom. And then closer. Boom. And then closer again. Boom. And then really close. Boom. Unfortunately, that was the last boom, because the next one would probably have been on top of our house or very close to it. It was really scary to be sitting there, hearing the noise and wondering, just how close is this going to be? Well, when I think of close calls, I think of when I had first gone to Zululand. Grandma and I had just been married for a little while, and I had been sent to Zululand to work on a new hospital. And while I was there, I had to return to Johannesburg. And I left in the morning at about 7 o'clock and was heading out through the African bush. Now, you've got to realize that in the bush, the road is only wide enough for one vehicle. And as I was going through the bush, all of a sudden, boom, I collided with another vehicle. I never saw the vehicle. I don't know where it came from. It suddenly came out of a bend, and there it was right in the path of my vehicle, and we hit head on. It happened to be a local Catholic priest. So this was the religious meeting each other head on. Well, you could imagine, here we were in the middle of the bush. How long would it be before someone would find us? Both of us were hurt. It was hard to walk. And it could be hours before another vehicle would come by that way. Well, that day, fortunately for us, one of the missionaries on the station was coming out by truck to pick up supplies, and he came upon us as we were stranded in the road there. He loaded us in the vehicle and took us back to the hospital, where they treated us in the hospital. Well, down in the bush where we were, they were having a kind of a social event where different groups were coming together for competitions. And at this competition, the Roman Catholic brothers were having a conversation. And one was overheard saying to the other, "Oh, have you heard? We're meeting the opposition head on nowadays."